All right, today we are tearing down a program that's making a lot of waves right now, a new intensive AI training roadmap from Kaggle and Google. We're going to deconstruct it piece by piece and see exactly what it's promising. So yeah, let's just get right into it.
So if you've ever tried to learn AI on your own, you know exactly what this feels like, right? It's just a maze. You're bouncing between random blogs, watching endless tutorials, and spending hours trying to write the perfect prompt, only for it to fail. It can be so frustrating just trying to connect the dots.
And really, it boils down to two very different approaches. On one side, you've got that guesswork path. That's the chaotic self-study route we just talked about. But on the other side, there's the guided path. And that's exactly what this program claims to be, a structured, step-by-step roadmap with proven methods coming straight from the experts.
So what is this guided path exactly? Well, it's being sold as the solution to that learning maze we mentioned. A way to kind of skip all the trial and error and just learn directly from the people who are actually building this stuff.
And here it is. It's called the Kaggle and Google 5-day Gen AI Intensive Training. It's positioned as that definitive step-by-step guide taught by the very Google engineers and Kaggle experts on the front lines of AI. And you know, they're not shy about their goal either. This quote really says it all. The idea is to turn beginners into builders, and then to take those builders and push them to become real innovators. That's a pretty big promise.
Okay, so let's get into the nuts and bolts. What are you actually doing inside this 5-day intensive? Let's break down the curriculum day by day to see how they plan on getting someone from zero to builder in such a short amount of time.
So here's the 30,000-foot view of the whole week. You see, it starts with the absolute basics, AI foundations and prompt engineering. Then it gets into the mechanics of how AI remembers things with embeddings. After that, it's on to automation with AI agents, then specialization with custom models, and finally, bringing it all to life with MLOps. It's a really logical flow from just an idea all the way to a finished product.
Day one is all about getting those foundations right. They call it the art of prompt engineering. And it makes sense, right? An AI model is only as smart as the instructions you give it. This whole day is about mastering that communication, a skill that's, believe it or not, turning into a whole career path on its own.
Day two is where things get really interesting. We're diving into embeddings and vector databases. This is basically the magic behind how an AI chatbot remembers what you talked about 5 minutes ago, or how a search engine just knows what you're looking for. It's the tech that gives AI memory and context. And once you get a handle on this, the program says you can start building some seriously powerful stuff. We're talking about smart, AI-powered search engines, chatbots that are actually helpful because they remember the conversation, and really sophisticated knowledge assistants. Moving on to day three, things start to feel a little bit like science fiction. This is where we get into AI agents. Now, think of these as little autonomous systems that can actually do work for you. Instead of just answering a question, an agent can create a plan, reason through steps, and then execute them to get something done.
But here's the thing. To really drive home how important this is, the program uses this quote. They're making it clear that this isn't some far-off concept anymore. This is the future, and learning it now is what puts you ahead of the curve.
Okay, so day four switches gears a bit from general tools to specialization. This is all about what they call domain-specific LLMs. Because look, while general AI is cool, the real value for a business often comes from an AI that's been tailored for a specific industry, one that speaks the language of medicine, or law, or finance. I mean, take a look at this. You have models like MedPalm from Google, which is trained just on medical data to help with things like analyzing patient info. The huge takeaway here is that you can apply the same idea to build a custom model for your own niche, whatever that might be.
And finally, we get to day 5, which covers a step that so many people forget, MLOps, or machine learning operations. This is the stuff that takes your cool AI prototype from your laptop and turns it into a professional, scalable app that thousands of people can rely on. It's about using serious tools like Google's Vertex AI to manage the whole process from start to finish.
So, after 5 intense days of all that, what's the actual payoff? The whole program is framed not just as learning for learning's sake, but as a direct bridge from gaining knowledge to building a career.
And the whole promise really hangs on this one number. Think about it. That entire journey we just walked through, from simple prompts to professional deployment, is all packed into just 5 days. That is an incredibly ambitious pace.
So what are you supposed to have at the end? The program makes 3 big promises. 1, you'll have real projects to put in your portfolio. 2, you'll have skills that are ready for the job market right now. And 3, you'll get an insider's view of how the top pros in the field actually work.
And that brings us to the end of the roadmap. The source material wraps everything up by posing a pretty direct challenge to anyone thinking about this, framing this knowledge as a deciding factor in where you'll stand in the future of tech.
You know, with AI moving as fast as it is, the whole argument really comes down to this one question. Are you going to be a spectator watching it all happen, or are you going to be an active player in the game?
And that's where we'll leave it for this explainer, with that same question. The whole point of breaking down this roadmap was to give you a really clear, no-nonsense look at what this path from Google and Kaggle actually involves, so that you can decide for yourself, what's your next move going to be?